Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey friend, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. You know, Daily Dose Radio is kind of like one of those pop-up restaurants. We just sort of appear every day, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and it's on demand or it's by download. You know, you can get it either way, but it's always fresh. It's 100% pure Bible. Guarantee it every single day. Well, this week we're looking at Psalm 137. That's what we're looking at this week. Psalm 137. Today we're going to look at verses 3 and 4. Let me read those for you. For there those who led us captive asked us for songs. Those who tormented us demanded songs of joy. Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How can we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? That's verses 3 and 4, Psalm 137. So much to say about this psalm. It's just got so many unique and interesting elements. First of all, the crafting of this psalm is very interesting because in verses 1 through 4, I hope that you've noticed already how many times we have the first person plural. We have we and us in the first 4 verses. We sat down, we wept, we remembered Zion, we hung up our harps. They led us captive, asked us for songs, tormented us, sing us one of the songs of Zion. How can we sing? Do you hear all those first-person plural pronouns all through that first part? So this is communal crying. This is communal weeping. How can this happen? How can it be that we're here in Babylon by these lush streams? You know, those places in Babylon, those rivers, they ran all the time. Israel wasn't familiar with that. You know, you have rain in Israel for half the year. The rest of the year is dry. And they have to conserve all that rainwater. They don't really have running streams or flowing rivers except for the Jordan, and that kind of gets really low in the summertime. I mean, that's pretty much it. But in Babylon, there's canals and there's rivers galore. It's all green, it's all lush. And isn't it interesting how in that place where there's abundance seemingly, where there's life and there's lush growth, they come and they sit down and they weep. And the captors, they probably don't want them to be crying. They want them to, let's rejoice. Here you are in a lush place. It's beautiful, it's fruitful, it's broad. Why don't you sing a joyful song? Don't sit down and weep. It's either that they wanted them to acclimate to their new surroundings or they wanted to abuse them further. Well, it actually says they tormented us with demands. Well, it could be that the tormenting is just, that's how they took it. You know, the tormentors could be actually meaning something nice. You know, try to get along here. You're going to be here a while. You need to sing songs of joy rather than weep. I think it was in John Mason Neal, he said that the Christian can never, or the faithful man or woman can never truly be happy in the world. You cannot reconcile your faithfulness, your righteousness, and holy living with what the world wants from you. You never can do it. You know, was it James talked about enmity with God, or is that in 1 John? You know, he who is a friend of the world is not a friend of God. There's this enmity that exists, this tension that exists between the world's way and our way. That is the way of faith. And I think that's what they're experiencing here. The world wants them to sing songs of joy. Look at where you are. You're in this beautiful place. We've taken you from that desert region. Now you're here in this lush, flowing landscape. Sing us a song of joy. This is a time for rejoicing. We've done you something good here. We brought you to Babylon. But no, they said, how can we sing the Lord's song in a foreign land? You see, when we live in the world, ladies and gentlemen, we can't be singing God's holy praises in a place that's not holy. Be careful about your mirth. Understand that there are times when the songs of Zion can be sung, and there are times when they are not to be sung. We must understand the difference. I'll say more about that tomorrow as we look at verses 5 and 6 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.